Hey everyone, and welcome to First Impressions. Today we're going to talk about order management systems, which what I'm really excited about with this particular conversation is really that looking at an order management system as a place of innovation, a place to drive results and so forth. I don't know that we all necessarily think of it that way. I think we all kind of go like, you get your order management system to kind of hold things together. And we've got a couple of publishers who are going to talk a little bit about some of the things that they've done that have helped move their business forward and so forth. So I'm looking forward to this conversation in terms of actually seeing what things look like and so forth. And so I've got Rachel from FatTail joining us. I got Matt from Biz Journals, and I got Ann and Myrna from Cox Automotive. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining me. I kind of made this statement, this bold statement that the order management system is an area for innovation and so forth. Anyone want to build off that? Have you all started to look at, again, at how you're set up to maximize what you're getting out of your systems? Anyone want to take that one?
Sure. Thanks, Rob. So we onboarded AdBook about 5 years ago. So the order management system, it is super flexible. We're using it for order entry, for billing, just like everybody probably does their OMSs. When FatTail came to us to say that they had something to build on top of the order management system that would also help us collect, approve, manage all communications around asset collection, that was already on Cox's radar as like a point of area that we needed to automate. And so having the order management system plus asset collection portal all connected, integration already done, has really saved our teams a lot of time, and you'll hear more about that from Myrna.
Yeah, and asset management is just one of those things that, for everyone that's like, you want to be in direct, that's one of those spots that I think everyone goes, there's a pain point and anything that we can do to solve that. Matt, I'm assuming you've had similar experience in some of the areas of your focus.
Absolutely. We've been with FatTail for about 15 years, so quite familiar with it. And we initially were using it for digital only, and a few years ago saw the benefits of having everything in one system. So we brought our print and events business into AdBook as well. Been really happy with that. And now that we have Portal, we're able to really centralize a lot of our operations and create a lot of efficiencies for every part of our advertising business. So we're really excited and seeing a lot of benefits already.
That's great. That's great. 15 years of using an order management system. I don't know what the math is, like a dog years type of thing, but that's some time. That's some time that you've been
Like
doing
prehistoric, I think.
Rachel, again, I threw out this concept of, again, just this area, and maybe you could set the stage as we start to dive into getting into things around the direction FatTail has kind of gone with just an order management system. And as Ann kind of said, and started to build upon that and starting to grow what its capabilities are. Can you talk to that?
Sure thing. So, we think of ourselves as much more than an OMS provider. We really, when we think about our goal is really to drive profitability for our publishers. And as a technology provider, we're looking at what our role is in that space. We've done that kind of internally, focusing on operations with order management systems. And we've expanded beyond that, as thinking about what else can we do? How else can we kind of address some of the friction in the deal process and really help our publishers create scale. And we're doing that through AdBookPORTAL. We're doing that through initiatives as we look at kind of opening up new demand sources. And so we're really looking at this more broadly as how can we help automate deals, reduce friction in that process, and really help drive revenue for all of our publisher partners.
That's great. Well, I don't know many publishers are going to object to that concept of that efficiency, to the revenue and so forth. So I guess the last question for all of you, I'm going to put you kind of on the spot. There's obviously publishers who are looking at all these areas and trying to investigate that. Is there anything that you could point to that was something that was critical to your success at building this up and getting these things in process? Does anyone want to take that question on? Was there something that you did that you can kind of point to and said, that was, I'm glad we did that. That really helped.
I mean, I think it's kind of, I feel like I touched on it, so I apologize, but I really feel like it's just getting all of our agency contacts, you know, on board with this, because it's only as successful as them adopting it. So the fact that we were, you know, able to provide them with really thorough training material, you know, if we ever need to do just like ad hoc type of training sessions, we still do that. If there's like a new client coming on board and that's their request, just really highlighting the benefits of it to them. And I mean, we've gotten agencies that also love it. It's not like we don't hear anything of that sort either. Like they do share their sentiment and like, this is easier and whatnot. So it's great. I think just really the training material and videos and the support ongoing as well for them.
I think that's so important, right? I think if I were to hear a lot of other people going like, there's no way the agencies are going to buy into this. And I think the two of you have kind of demonstrated an example that, again, if you just build it, no. If you do this so that there's advantage for them, they see the efficiency, they see what they need and so forth, then you're making it easier to do business, which, you know, I think, Rachel, kind of going to your point earlier around profitability or whatever, if these systems bring us more revenue because they unlock things, then we're onto something here. We're onto something. Is there anything, Rachel, I want to throw it to you in terms of anything? I don't know. I don't even know what my question is for you, Rachel, just other than like, where do you see, I don't know, what's the next thing to kind of overcome, or what are some other areas that like publishers should be looking for to kind of apply the same concept, that to unlock more revenue or more efficiency?
I think for publishers and kind of how we're looking at AdBookPORTAL as well, and the capabilities that we're building into it is, you know, we're really asking publishers to look at their processes and understand fully kind of what's holding them back from doing more business and what are those revenue streams that they're trying to unlock. And that's really where we want to focus. And both Cox and business journals have talked about a few different use cases and things that we've built into Portal to really speak to that. But we look at the portal as a place that, you know, as we want to help address those challenges and continue to add new modules, whether that's buying capabilities, whether that's connecting to new demand partners, whether that's kind of addressing another friction point in the process and kind of centralizing data and streamlining workflow and communications that really help scale the business.
That's great. There's an aspect that I think as an industry, we kind of focus on all the innovation of programmatic and all those pieces on this. And I know that for many publishers, direct is critical to your business, right? You don't want to just do that. And I think this is an area where innovation is still required and needed. And again, I'm still blown away by all of your numbers, people, in terms of like hours per week, hours per month kind of saved. I think that that's a real testament to really trying to work the problem. So
I'll tell you too, just to add on to that, like I think the approach that FatTail has taken with the portal and really with AdBook and being this kind of umbrella system, they're not necessarily trying to recreate the wheel. They want to integrate with your existing systems, support them, and expand on them. And that's really been beneficial for us because we really don't spend a lot of time managing the portal. We just spend the time managing the systems we were already using. So, you know, it's not a new AR system. It's not a new reporting system. It's not a new OMS. It's all integrated with what we had. We didn't have to start over.
that's great. That's great. Well, I want to thank all of you for sharing what you've been going through. I think there were some really great things, and again, lots of ideas that come out of it that each publisher has to kind of go through and think through their processes, their systems, to what you just said, Matt, to, again, Myrna, what you went through in terms of that communication and just thinking all that stuff through and whatever. And Ann, thank you for your input, and Rachel as well. Thanks to all of you, and thanks for everyone that that watched it. I think the only last question I have, Rachel, is for you, which is if publishers watch this and said, "Hey, we want to learn more," how do we get in touch with you?
You can reach out to us. We'll share our contact information. If you go to our website, there's our email address, and you can reach out to the team. We'll get back to you ASAP.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks you. Great job, guys. And thank you so much. And thanks, everyone, for watching First Impressions.
Thank you.